Mike, can you shut this door for me, please? Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Good evening, everyone. Hello to you all who are watching. We are here for the round 11 Tier 3 race here at Jeddah. Let me just sort this audio out and we can get down to it. I hope you've all had a good weekend. And if you've had a bit of a shit one, enjoy this. Enjoy this race here tonight and the session between the Tier 3 guys. See if we can have any upsets a little bit like we did have last week with a completely different finish in order that we're used to. Last week's winner and driver of the day was Carl, taking his first win for a very long time in the McLaren. Second, I think, was Cavalis, and third was Kimi. This is going to be one of them tracks where overtaking is going to be limited. It's very difficult to overtake here because everyone's going to be running very similar setups. Lower downforce doesn't necessarily help you as much around here because the first sector is crucial to have the right balance between the car so you can get through it nice and clean. And looking forward to it. It's going to be hectic, obviously, in Q1, trying to keep up with the cars. I'll do the best I can. But I'm JJ, and I hope you enjoy what we're about to watch here tonight. I hope we have a good, clean, solid performance from the guys, which I'm pretty sure we will. And as a benchmark there through Sector 1 is a 32.8 from Mario. Seems to be every week now he's out on track before everybody else. He was very quick last week. Safety cars kind of killed him, and good strategies as well from the other guys, you know, putting the hards on when it was still wet, making a big call. Only 3 of them did it at the start, and it turned out his car was one of those drivers, the first one to pit, and he made it work. And we got Mario now coming towards the end of his lap, coming through the end of Sector 3. Hopefully the cars in front can stay out of his way. There's a little train, there's a Haas just about to get out of the way. And he's about to come over the line now. See what time the benchmark's going to be for the first lap. And it's a 1:29.5. Now that's not too shabby whatsoever. That is not bad. Not bad at all. We've got Marshall now in a set of mediums, who's also about to come over the line. Set to 1:30.1 on the set of mediums. Not a bad lap there, to be honest. Chip goes over with a 1:30.9. Now we've got a Mercedes about to come over the line. Is it Curly? It is, but he's invalidated. Got Nerve now about to come over the line. Looks like it's going to be in the 30s as well. He is, he's a 1:30.1. Got Dave now about to come over the line. He was getting out of the way of Max as he was finishing his lap. Set to 1:31.2 on a set of medium tyres. The slowest runners of them all so far on the set of medium tyres. Got Harvey now, the championship leader, who did crash out on lap 1 last week. He's got a brand new wheel. It's got the new Thrustmaster T598, I think it's called. So let's see how we can perform tonight on that and get rid of last week's woes from that lap 1 exit that he did have. And also P2 in the championship with Marshall, who obviously crashed as well. I think it was on the pit entry. Got Ninja going over the line at 30.3, who got into Q3 last week, the first time I've seen him do that. Not too bad at all. We've got Clay about to come over the line. Was he set at 1:30.6? Decent competitive time there from Clay. Not bad at all. Good to get your laps in early. Get back on board with Harvey, championship leader. He's on 33.2, so he's quite a way off Mario at this time. Obviously, when you get a new wheel, different muscle memory, different pedals, different feel. You know, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take time for him to get used to the equipment and what he does have. But the class and the skill that he's got, I can't see it being that much of a problem. Whether he's going to be able to put this lap anywhere near Marshall at all on that set of mediums or Kimi is another question. Now he's just come over the line, opens the DRS, about to finish his lap. There's a 130.5. Puts himself P6 just in front of his teammate, Claymore, who's on a 30.6 himself. So then we go back down the grid. No one really on a lap. Everyone's still in the pits taking their time. James Brown's on an out lap. I think Ninja's about to come in the pits. He's come. Yeah, that's correct. Kimi's he going for another one? He's just about to start another one. Well, we'll stay on board with him. Just in Curly come over the line of a 131.6. Forgive me if I do have to leave tonight at a short notice. I am on call on work. I've had the call out though that we normally get on a Sunday already been and done, so we shouldn't have any problems. Hopefully some donor doesn't have a dump big enough to block his toilet, or someone doesn't snap a key in their front door. Sorry about the reference of dumps and that, but that's the kind of joys you get when you're on call. Kimi now just finishing sector 1, now coming into sector 2, sets a purple sector in sector 1. Pretty pliant on the exit there of the little chicane, high speed chicane, then takes it normally in 5th gear. It's the best gear to take it in. If you take it in 6th, you have got a tendency to lose the rear as you're coming out of the corner. Here's 2 temps up of a 101.8. We've got 2 Astons again at the front, as they were last week, as they qualified 1 and 2. Mercedes on track behind him as well. Scott is on an out lap. We'll also get on board with James Brown, who's on a lap right now. As soon as Kimi finishes this one, goes over the line, does improve, but doesn't change where he is on the track. Puts himself just over 2 temps behind his teammate. Get on board with James. He's had a tough couple of weeks. He's just invalidated that lap, so he's not going to improve at all on anything. He hasn't set a time yet neither. I wonder if he's got enough fuel in his car to go around. He has that. He has. Okay. Scott is now on a hot lap on his set of mediums. See what time he can set in the first sector. He's in the 32, should be alright. He's miles off, he's in the 34.2. I wonder if he's going to back out, he's going to keep it going. He keeps it going by the looks of it. Still got the hot lap on. Carl's getting out of the way, doing a very good job of that. Oh. Quite slowly through there, a bit tentative. There's this track. We keep it out of the wall. That's the main aim here tonight. Keep it out of the wall. Keep out of incidents, and you can quite easily, no matter where you qualify, if you're qualifying right at the back, you can always definitely get a top 10 finish, because this isn't an easy track to go wheel to wheel racing on, and it's not easy to overtake on either. We've got Scotty now about to finish his lap. I think this is going to be putting maybe P11 from the sector times he's already done, and it has done a 131.8, right side by side with his teammate. Slowest time of the lot so far, the guys that have set a time. Now we've got James Brown now, who hasn't managed to invalidate this lap so far. Let's see what his second sector time is, a 101.8. It's pretty competitive. Purple sector 2, whether that is his own or not, but it's faster than what Kimi was going, only just. Opens his DRS, uses the rest of his overtake of his ERS, and that puts him third of a knot, 1:29.8. Not a bad lap time there for your first one. So as it stands, we've still got both McLarens haven't set a lap now. Also, is just pitted. Curly Tots is now on a lap with a 34.3. It's a first sector. Bad. This is going to put a clips the wall a little bit. Takes it in fourth. Going to lose a hell of a lot of time in that chicane. Wuban's now about to come over the line. Let's see what time he sets. So 1:30.6. Back on board with Curly. 1:04.3. This could be around the 1:11, 1:31 mark. High 1:31, maybe a low 32. Let's see. He said the 33s. It's a 33.6. Scotty's just about to come in the pits. Looks like he's run out of petrol. Done a teabag. Teabag seems to do it in the race conditions. Although he does try and send video footage to try and say, no, I didn't run out of fuel, I promise. He's currently on a lap. That's talking about him. Comes into the second DRS zone of the lap. Set the time at 1:01.9, so he's going to put himself, keeps the rest of this lap together. He's going to trouble that top three, or if not, maybe put himself P1. Who knows? Last week's lead winner, Carl, is the start of the lap, so we'll get on board with him as soon as T-Bag's finished his hot lap. Comes around the last corner. He's still got a lot of battery left. And he goes fourth with a 1:24.8. We've got Clay who's retired. I think that's got to be in the pits, surely. He thinks that's fast enough to get him through. Been a while since Clay's done that. Good performance so far. Carl with a 34.0. He's backed out of the lap. He's going for a double warm-up lap by the looks of it. Ruban, I don't know if he's going to do another one. He's got a car right behind him, quite running close by. As we now see a couple of the drivers retiring from the session. Ruban's going for another one, I think. He is. He's already set a 1:30.6, so I completely expect him to be through with that. Carl was boxed, so he's leaving it late to set a hot lap. Must have damage. Kieran's still in the pits. I don't think he might not be setting a lap at all in this session. I will be back in a minute because I need to go for a leak. We'll get on board with someone on a hot lap with Dave. He's just over 2 temps up. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be back. He is invalidated, so ignore that. 2 minutes. We are back. Don't know if anyone is on a lap from what I've just missed. See what Chip's sector time is. He is on a lap. Keeping his hot lap on. Need that yellow flag to go away so I can actually see how much time's left in the session. I don't think there's enough for him to get back round, to get back in the pits and go out, so this lap is the one that has to matter, although he looks pretty safe as it is right now. Over 6 tenths up. This is going to put him, if he's got the same improvement what he's had in the first two sectors, this is going to put him around 6th position. Dave's feeling the need to go out on his 31.2, and also Scott, who's gone back out as well. So we've got chipped about across the line. It's competitive, puts himself P8. No improvement in the last sector there. Kimmy's obviously gone first now on a set of mediums with a 29.4. It's not a bad lap at all. We will stay on board with Carl, who hasn't set a lap yet, and if he doesn't nail this lap together, we're going to have last week's race winner going to be out in Q1. Let's get on board. A little bit tentative there for the first two corners. Pretty clean through there. Keeps it planted. Let's look at the pedal graphic to see if he does. A little tight, slight lift. It just keeps it in play. 33.2, first sector. Not too bad. Nice and close to the wall, pretty good through there. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Use a tiny bit of overtake down this DRS zone. He's in the right gears for the chicane. It's coming up to the final corner. And as we did see on Friday night, a lot of drivers, including myself, were running out of battery not too far away from now. This lap looks like it's going to be good enough to get him through to Q2. And it is. Puts himself P8 for 130.1. That's not bad considering you only had one lap here. Fair play. That's Carl through. Let's get on board with Dave. He's on a hot lap. He's invalidated. Dave is... Oh, Dave's on a... Oh, no, he's not. Dave looks like he's going to be alright because pint size hasn't improved. Also, hasn't set a lap. Obviously, Kieran hasn't either. Curly Tots was already out. Let's see what time Scott is going to set anyway. As we can see so far, so the top 8 drivers covered by 6 temps, 7 temps. Scotty does improve, goes 7 tenths faster. Just moves themselves up one position to a 131.1. Dave scrapes through in a 131.2. And that looks like the order we are going to have for Q2. We're going to lose Pint Size, Curly Tots, Osso, and Kieran, who's reserving again for the McLaren, who normally is Ross tonight. Hasn't set a lap, so he's going to be starting from the back of the grid. Run out of juice. There's a second separating pretty much the top 10 from what I can see there. We will confirm that when we get the timer screens up, as we get them up now. So the top 10 is 9 temps, 8 temps, top 11 9 temps. This is interesting. Obviously you've still got the improvement from medium runners to the softs, but we are losing Pint Size, Curly Toss, Osso and Kieran. So after the Q1 as we just had there, I'd like to see if anyone, for the people that are watching, give us a fire over your predictions. Got good, quite a good performance from a couple of guys. Clay's solid, retired early on in the session. Was well safe for the time that he set. When you are on a race and you are in qualifying, it's always good to get a banker lap in early to make sure that you haven't got to worry about the stress of the added stress of setting a lap. I will keep this tyre graphic on just for a little while, but I will get rid of it because it looks like everyone's going to run on a soft. So we've got a bit more viewing area on the screen. The first on, got a car off track. What's going on there? Mario's got the update, he's not first on track, so we stick on board with Dave. The Astons are looking strong again, but as we've seen, anything can happen. When you've got a second covering the top 11, anyone within that group can take it. Obviously we have 3 medium runners that didn't bother setting a lap on the softs. We had Harvey, Kimmy. Off the top of my head, I can't remember who the other one was. I think it might have been Marshall. Let's have a quick look at the calendar to see how many races are left. If I'm right, there's got this one, 2 more after. No, we've got 3 more after. We've got Austria, Portugal and Texas. Look at the championship standings to see what the gap is currently. .68 points from Marshall to Harvey, so it's not over yet. Jimmy James is only 7 points behind Marshall. We've got Dave in 4th on 89. Also 5th. Carl with that win last week has jumped himself right the way up to 6th. Nerve in 7th. Chip in 8th. Pint size 9th. Arn in 10th. Sorry, Anderson in 10th. Gainful 11th. Who's missing again tonight. Curly 12th. Mario 13th. Both the Astons, who have been looking very strong in the last couple of weeks, very low down in the championship standings. Clay in 15th, Scotty 16th, Dino 17th, Ross, who's not here tonight, 18th, Ninja 19th, and Curly Tox with the 8 points, sitting in last position. Dave, second sector of a 102.5. He hasn't got a lot of overtake left to use in this last section of the lap. Open just DRS out of battery. See what time he can set. 130.4. So it's a lot better than his first attempt. Mario goes with a lot quicker of a 129.1. And we got Nerve in second for 129.6. We've got a Red Bull about to come over the line. I was wrong. We've got Mercedes now. Scotty, no, it's his teammate. Curly come over the line, 131.2. James Brown now about to come over the line, 130.1. Teabag about to come over the line of a 130.4. Scotty with all his battery use at 131.5. Wu Band's on a, looks like he's messed up his lap, so it looks like, oh, he's lost his end plate off his front wing there, so I expect him to box. It's a shame. As we can see here, we've got good teamwork going on. We've got Harvey helping Clay down there with a tow. Let's see if this is going to become a hindrance or if it's actually going to help him or not. He's sticking to Harvey so far in the first couple of corners. Good teamwork here by the kicker, also leading the championship at the moment with the constructors that we do here in CDR. Oh, he nearly bins it, keeps it. So that's the problem when you're following someone that close. You're going to get the dirty air, which is going to affect your own downforce. Especially in a sector like that, it's not going to help you whatsoever. So the plan didn't work. So then that's Clay's. He had a banker lap earlier on in the first Q1. Now he's messed up in Q2. They're on board with Harvey now. Let's see what his second sector time's going to be. 1018 was looking pretty quick in the last session. There we go. He's just reiterated what I just said. Coming into the final part of the lap, he's got a decent amount of hot lap left. Of ERS left, there's no overtake used either. He's going to lack a bit of top speed there going down there. He's going to save it for the last part of the lap, I would have thought, and he does. He's going to run out though before he gets to the line. And he goes second of a 129.5, so we've got Mario way in front. A 129.1. First lap with Q2. Marshall's now on a lap. Going through sector 1. Tiny little slide, but keeps it pretty clean and nailed. 32.8, not a bad first sector time at all. It's one of the longest laps, Jeddah, on the calendar of all the tracks on the game, and obviously in real life. But it's also, I think it's the second fastest that we do have. With your foot to the floor for around oh, Marshall's invalidated. That's not going to be no good. Is he going to get the recharge enough now to get to the line? As I was saying about the track, one of the longest laps on the calendar. But it's also one of the most full throttle laps that we do that we have here. As far as the only track that's longer. 32.6 there from Kimmy. 2/10 faster than what we did see of Harvey. Judging by the first sector time, could have a 1-2 again from the Astons. Is he going to be the first driver into the 28s? Cars just start the lap as well. Opens his DRS now for the last part of this lap with one more corner to go. See what gear he takes it into, take it into third. Quick jump ship to fourth. No, he doesn't. Use the whole of gear 3. Oh, nearly gets to the 28, just faster than his teammate. Not by a lot though. 33.3 for Carl, so he's 6-7 tenths off of Kimmy's time in the first sector. Okay, he's invalidated as well, which I didn't see, so he will be going again. Is he going to go again or is he going to box? I don't know. The thing is, if he does go again, he's got no time to set another lap. Unless he bails out the next one as well. So it's decisions got to be made. This is the lap, one of the laps on the calendar where consistency, obviously it matters in every single track you're at, but this is the one where consistency matters. You can pick your braking points and get them nailed on where they should be, and just trust your car and trust your setup and trust your ability. You will find the time, and it can be a matter of, you know, if you bail one corner on this track because it is so full throttle, you can lose half a second in one corner on entry or on exit. The first corner is quite tough to get your braking point right, but it is a track. Once you get Once you get the braking points right from the first corner, you will set you up good for the rest of the lap. Car looking like it's in a pretty competitive lap time so far. Oh, he nearly. Oh, is that going to hurt him? See, this is what I mean. Now, does he stay out? Or does he come back in the pits now to try and see what his sector time is? Oh, 103. He's 1.2 seconds off. I expect him to box here, put a new set of tyres on and get back out. Because if he doesn't, he's going to be out of qualifying. I would have thought. And he has done. Sit on board with Clay now, who obviously was behind his teammate on the last lap. And got a mega whack of oversteer going through the first sector. Looked it pretty planted, nearly invalidated on the curb there. Track map is on, Kieran. Sector purple, sector 2 is a 102.4. Judging by this, if he can keep this together, he's going to put himself 5th or 6th. Let's see. Pretty much perfect for the last corner there, the gear selections and the throttle control. He does, he put himself P7. Is that going to be enough? Puts himself, what, 6 tenths in front of 10th, 11th place. We've got Marshall on the lap now as well. Brilliant lap there by Claymore. Best performance for a long time that I've seen so far, ever since I've been doing it. Been spot on. Marshall goes 6th with a 129.6. So now that's brought that gap down that he did have of 6 tenths now. We're only down to 2 tenths. Aston Martin's leading the way by a massive chunk of time. Teabag safe in 4th, but he's gone for another run by the looks of it. Exactly, that we do, Kieran. Everyone has a difficult spell. And you keep plugging away, you keep turning up every week, you keep putting in the best you can. No one wants to play this and, you know, and not have a good time of it, because we're all here to enjoy it. Dave's now nearly 3 tenths up. This is going to move him out of 10th place. It's going to put Clay on the cut line. Dave's boxed. But Dave could be out. I don't think there's enough time to go back round. Now we're on board with Carl. There's only one not to set a lap so far. We'll get back to him in a minute, because we've got James on a lap. Nearly 2.5 tenths up. See where Ninja is on track now. It's his sector 2 time. It's competitive, so 101.7, so he's half a second up here. He's going to put him around the P4 mark if he can carry on making the improvements that we did in sector 1 and 2. We'll jump on board with the Mercedes behind him, which could be Curly or Scotty, it doesn't matter. As they're going to be coming over the line next on the hot lap. Got James now around the final corner. Just leave it in the hot lap, where he's going to run out. Puts himself P6 or 129.6, pretty competitive. Nice there, James. Puts himself into Q3. Curly now goes P12. He's out of qualifying. Getting board with Carl. 102.2 of his second sector. Is it going to be enough? Used all his deploy. Is it going to be enough? It is. It's P9 for Carl. He is through to Q2, or maybe not. Ninja's put himself through into P9, so that drops Clay out. We've got Wu Banners on a hot lap. Him and Scotty are the only ones now that can change the order. Curly's obviously gone over the line already. Done his lap. He's out of qualifying. So we've got Wu Ban or Scotty that can only change the order. Unlucky, Clay. Very unlucky there, mate. Marshall then puts a stonking lap in to split the Astons at the front. Fair play. Showing that he ain't out of it yet. Track Evolution also, yes. Coming to fruition now at the end of this Q2 session. Hey, I did see the curve. I think that was the curve at the end of Sector 1. You can lose a lot of time on there. That's the attitude we like to see though, Clay. You will make it up in the race. Good attitude from yourself. We've got Wu Ban now about to come over the line. Is he done enough to improve, to disturb that top 10? He hasn't. Puts himself P12. Scotty's finished in 15th. So there we have it. The order. For Q2, we are losing Clay, who just misses out by a couple of attempts. Just, what, a tenth and a half near enough in P11. Wu Ban, a tenth back, just under in P12. Dave backed out of his last lap. He was 3 tenths up. I didn't see the mistake he made. He's in P13. Curly and both Mercedes side by side in 14th and 15th. And there we have it. At the end of the lap there, we see Marshall put a stonking lap in there to split the two Aston Martins, just over a tenth behind. Kimi, we are losing Clay, who's just over a tenth out, missing out the Q3, which I think would be his first Q3 appearance of what I've been doing of the season. Wu Ban out in 12th, Dave in 13th, Curly in 14th, and Scotty rounding up the top 15 in 15th. So as we've seen so far, the Astons have been P1 and 2, the same as last week pretty much in Australia. But then Marshall then throws a spanner in the works with that great lap there in the end of Q2. I want your predictions now, everyone who's watching. Who's going to get pole? We haven't seen a stonking lap from Harvey yet. Been quite competitive, but he's half a second off the top, which he has been pretty much all session. We had last week's race winner Carl just creeping into the top 10 with one run again after making a couple of mistakes. Luckily he gets through. Form is temporary, class is permanent, I suppose. We've seen quite a few drivers in this tier. Everyone's going to be running soft, so I'll leave that graphic off so we can actually see what's going on. Mario's going to have the up again, he's not going to be first out. I think his teammate is though. Everyone's getting out nice and early here, no messing around. Followed closely behind by 2 Ferraris. Oh, the Ferrari's in the wall. What Ferrari was that? It was Nerve. Has he got damage from that? Oh, wow. So Nerve's run is completely ruined before it's even started, before he's even got through the first corner. I don't know what happened there. Back on board with Kimi, because he's going to be the first one to set a lap. Everyone's out. I suspect Carl's only got one set of tyres. Harvey just coming out of the pits now as well. I'm expecting this P1 time with the track evolution as we've seen so far. We could see, I think we'll get in the 28s. I think it's going to be a pole time around about a 28.7. I would say 28.7, 28.8, around that mark. And now we're going to see now if Kimi's using overtake already. Wow. It's going to suffer at the end of the lap. That's correct, Kieran. As we've seen in this league, we don't really have anyone who flutters in and out. Like myself, I've been here 4 years now myself. Pretty much since, well, second season in I think I joined. And there's not many drivers here that haven't been here for a similar time period. Obviously we do see drivers come and go, but I'd say 75% of the grid in Tier 1, 2 and 3 have been here quite a long time. Let's see what Kimi's second sector time is. We had a 1018, which was pretty quick. The last time, in the last sector, 1014. If I remember, sorry, 1016 he set last time, so I reckon we're going to get in the 28s on this first lap here. Keeps it nice and tight to the wall. So I'm saying, Clay, it could be anyone's. I'm not ruling out Harvey at all. He's been miles off it so far, but we'll see. 28.8. There we go. Said 28.7 was going to be the time, or maybe a 28.8. We've already hit the 28.8. 29.6. 29.7 for the Ferraris. Mary over 29.1. Chip with a 30.3. Anyone else about to come over the line? Mark. Teabag 29.4. Ninja about to come over the line at 30.6. Carl about to come over the line. No, he's not. Tell a lie. Got another driver. Marshall invalidated, so he's about to go again. Harvey now next to come over the line. 1016, so he's only a couple of attempts back from Kimi. Is he going to be able to split the two Astons? Let's see as he goes over the line. It's going to be close. He doesn't. Just goes behind Max. Separated by just over 1/100th of a second. And we've got Carl come over the line next with a 102.1, so he's about 6 tenths off at the moment, but this could put him, split the Ferraris maybe. Obviously Nerve had no M plate there for his first attempt. Now he opens his DRS, uses the rest of his battery. What kind of lap time is it? Puts himself in P7 just behind the Ferraris and a 1:29.9. Now on board in Marshall. Can he now break these Aston Martins? Can he split them again, or can he beat them? Excellent lap there in the end of Q2 with the track evolution. Can he now make up another couple of attempts, just as we've seen Kimi do? Keeps it nice and planted through the chicane there, coming into the last couple of DRS zones that we got in the third sector. Opens his DRS up. Coming into the final corner now. Let's get on board and see what gear he can take it in. He drops it down to third and keeps it in fourth for the traction. Gets it planted nice and early. Got enough battery there left. Can he go over the line? Take P1. He's going to be close. He's going to be close. Just under a tenth. Over half a tenth behind. Wow. I did. Wow. What a lap there from Marshall. He's done it again. Split the two Aston Martins, and he's improved. Another 2 tenths there in the this final session of qualifying. So now we've got a shootout potentially between 4 drivers here in the last run of qualifying. Don't count Teabag out neither. He is fast. You know, we haven't really seen him up the front this week. Normally every week he's up near the front, there or thereabouts. So James Brown can also put in a surprise as well. He's taken a couple of pole positions so far this season. Nerve, he's got a lot of time to improve. He had no M plate for his first run. So at the moment it looks like it's going to be out of Kimi or Marshall. Who knows? I can't call it. Obviously we had Kimi racing in Tier 1 on Friday. I don't know what time he did set. I don't think he got into Q3. I'm not sure if he got into Q2 neither, but tonight he's showing that he's the man so far. Been the fastest of the lot in Q1 and Q2. But now Marshall's coming with a late charge at the end of Q2 and now in his first run of Q3. It's going to be exciting. We've got obviously got a couple more guys now going out already on their final attempt. I think Chip's going to be the first one going over the line. Now Chip's on a 30.3. Let's see how much of an improvement he has to make. He has to make at least 3.5 attempts to move up one position. Obviously, Nerve, we expect him to improve, having no end plate coming out again. Seems like I've said it about 100 times, but track evolution is massive round here. The later you leave it, the better it is. But who knows? It's one of them laps, like I said, if you don't keep it committed, if you don't keep it planted, and you don't take the risks that you need to, you will lose a lot of time. Battery as well is also key. So now we're on board with Chip. Just under 4 minutes left in this qualifying session of round 11 here at Jeddah for Tier 3. Now Chip coming through the first corner. Let's get on board with him. Takes it nice and slow through there. Up to third, nice. See any lifts or not, he's going to keep it planted. Oh, tiny little lift there. Oh, loses it. Has he got enough juice to go back round? He does. He's going to back out. Yeah, I would have thought exactly what I thought. James now on a lap. No lift from him. Oh, just catches the curve. If his ride height is high enough, it shouldn't hurt him too much. He's over a 10th down though on his current fastest lap. Now this is the decision now. Do you keep it? Do you keep committed to the lap? Or do you turn your ERS off, save it for the rest of the lap and try again? He has enough petrol to get around. He's sliding around there at the end of that corner and then that fast chicane. He's committing. Is he going to be up anymore? Or is he still going to be down? He's equaling his time. Just over 2 100ths, nearly 3 100ths down, but he's nearly out of battery. As you have the rest of the drivers now coming out of the pits to send their start their out lap to set their last lap of Q3 here in Jeddah. James does improve by half a second. Wow, that last sector he had before must have been awful because he's completely obliterated his lap time there. Imagine if he kept that planted through sector 1 and sector 2, we could be looking at a new pole sitter. Good lap there from yourself, James. Massive improvement. Oh, Chip's invalidated. So that's Chip. There's no more laps coming from Chip. Unless he can get back around and maybe, I don't know. I'm not so sure the tyres are going to hold on for him. He's also already had 1 lap on them already. So we've got a couple of drivers on their laps now. James has finished. Got Nerve on the lap. Harvey's on the lap. So I think Nerve is going to be the first one to set a lap from the guys that are currently on track now. Oh, is it Mario? Mario's invalidated. Kimmy's on an out lap. So we stay on board with Nerve. He's nearly 3 temps up in the first sector. This could be a new pole time. With the damage that he had in the first run, we can see a shock here. Ninja getting out of the way. You've got to be careful, you know he's going to get round. Nerve keeping it completely planted. Ninja's not going to improve. That's his qualifying over. I missed the delta on the Nerve's pack sector there. Now Nerve round the final corner. Keeps it pretty clean through there. He's still got a bit of battery left. Leaves a hot lap on. Let's see what time he can set. It's going to be competitive. He puts himself P5 of a 1:29.1. So now we need to get to the first driver who's about to come over the line, which I think is Carl. Max is done with qualifying for 1:29.1 as he did invalidate. So that's him done. He's going to be starting, or maybe at the moment he's in P3 provisionally, but who knows. Let's see what Carl can do. Can he improve enough to move himself further up that grid? He's got a massive gap to make up. It's the first time he's in a 1:01.8. He's 4 temps up coming through the second sector. Now he starts the third sector, about to open his DRS for the second one of this zone. Let's see if he can keep the last corner planted. Good entry, good exit. It's what you need. Not bad there. Give me a bit of a tank slapper coming out on the exit. About to come over the line. What's he going to do? Does improve. Doesn't move him up. Puts him closer to the guys in front. Now we've got a Mercedes. No, we haven't. It's Harvey. Harvey's backed out. That's the end of Harvey's qualifying. T-Bag's not far off improvement. We've got Kimmy back to come over the line. He goes even faster for 1:28.7. T-Bag does improve only slightly, so we only... Marshall, let's get on board Marshall. He's invalidated. So Kimmy's taken P1 in this qualifying session. Marshall on P2. Mario P3 couldn't also improve. Harvey P4, he backs out of that final lap, must have had a mistake somewhere. Nerve in P5 with that massive improvement for the damaged front wing in the first run. Side by side again with his teammate, but he's out qualifying him again for like the third or fourth week running. Side by side the Ferraris in P6. T-Bag in P7, Carl in P8, Chip in P9, and Ninja couldn't get around to set another lap. But competitive though in P10. So we separated, the top 10 separated by, I thought it was 9 temps, not as 1.9. But the top 8 separated by only 8 temps, just over 8 temps. So there we have it. Kimmy taking pole, which I said it would be at 28.7. Marshall second, splitting the Astons with a late charge there. P2. Mario P3. Harvey, a championship leader, in P4, just off P3. Nerve out qualifying his teammate James, 5th and 6th. T-Bag 7th. Carl 8th. Chip 9th. And Ninja is in 10th. So there we have it. Who's going to underfuel? Who's going to overfuel? Who's going to take the risk of tyre strategies? Who's going to do what? And there we have it. Clay did say on Friday in the interview that we had after the race that a soft hard or a soft medium can be done. Mediums do last a long time around here, I must admit. They are faster than the hards, but he has gone for it. Woban on the hards, pint size also on the softs, and Osso doing what he does, seems to do every week, starts on the hards. Softs, I have run tests before myself on the softs, and at the start of the race they aren't the greatest, but it's all about control and patience, consistency, keeping them in a window where you can have them work, not overstressing them, because once they get too hot the car becomes unstable. Got Kimi now just motoring ahead in front of the rest of the grid. Big gap there behind Teabag. We've got another, what, 30, 40 seconds, maybe a minute before we get our race predictions in. If anyone's here and wants to give a prediction, do it now. I have invited Scotty back a few times. I don't know if he is back or not. He's not. Let's try one more time. It's the third invite he's had. This is going to be interesting. I'm not going to say anything about safety cars. I don't want to give it the curse, but we are almost guaranteed at least one around here, or a VSC. We've only got 4 drivers starting on a different tyre to the rest of the grid. The ones that are consistent, the ones that can keep out of trouble, the ones that can keep their cool in heated situations are the ones that are going to come out on top in this race. This camera angle's dog, so we'll get on board with Kimi. Now the grid is all got together. We are not long now till we start. The lights are on. Everyone's got their engines revved. Let's lights out and away we go. Kimi gets a fantastic start from what I can see. Camera angle still hasn't changed. We're into turn 1. Kimi's first in there. A couple of drivers battling behind. James has got past his teammate Nerve and got past Harvey. Carl's up 1 past Teabag. Keep it nice and clean, guys. Oh, Chip's making a move on Ninja. Is he going to get it done? He's side by side. Oh, he just backs up, but Ninja's out wide. Please be careful coming back on the track there. Clay following closely behind. Ninja's all over the place. But it looks like everyone's got through pretty much cleanly. So, sorry to laugh, but Osso's already on a 3-second time penalty run. Up to the front. Kimi's already nearly a second in front of Marshall. He's hammering that ERS. He's got low fuel as well. He needs a safety car. That's pretty obvious. Ceremony, you've got the yellow lights on. We've got Kimi with the yellow light on. Oh, got Carl and Harvey and Nerve running here. Keeping it all clean. Well done, boys. Carl looking pretty punchy on Nerve. Nerve has dropped 1.3 seconds behind his teammate. Sitting behind there, he's not going to make the move. He has used a lot of battery so far. He's underfueled as well. We've got a car that spun around there. It's Nerve packed. Is it going to be an early safety car? He hasn't moved. You got to be careful he doesn't disqualify him, mate. No safety car. There's him into the pits. He's got wing damage. Get back up to the front. Nearly a second in front is Kimi. We're nearly a second back. Just over a second back is Max from Marshall. So the front two look like they've motored away so far. We've got Carl 1.6 behind James. James sticking the DRS and Max. Then the rest of the track's pretty much within DRS all the way down to Osso. If you lose DRS around here, you are a sitting duck and you're hoping for mistakes from the cars in front to bring you back in there. Is Marshall going to use any battery now to try and get back into DRS for the next sector? He's back in it, so he's pulled himself back in with now Kimi. Max has dropped another 3 temps back. Carl's now defending hard from Harvey. I would expect Harvey to get this move done. It's just whether T-Bag's going to follow him through or not. Just be careful. You've got no room on the inside, you can't do it. Fair play, well done T-Bag. He's got his teammate now on the outside of him and Chip. Made a decent start. Harvey hasn't bothered to overtake him there. Marshall gets a fast lap of a 1:32.3. Harvey now going to look like the inside of Carl. Gets the move done. Carl's going to go around the back of the outside, is he? No. Chip running very close with his teammate there, with T-Bag, side by side. Be careful going through there, you two. Clay's now sticking his nose in. Clay's going to get round the inside of Chip. He has done. Can he keep it? No, he doesn't. Backs out of it. We've got a yellow flag. T-Bag has crashed. T-Bag is out. See where he lost it. Can't see so far. He's lost it on the exit of that death curve that we do have there. We have no safety car though, or no VSC. We have a car that's round, that is Nerve, that's just spun on the last corner. So there's one where the safety car has not come out so far. Kimi's extended his lead just over the second to Marshall behind. James has fallen back another second or so, but he's got past Max. Also past Ninja. Made a decent start on them hards, but he's over 5 seconds behind the group in front, which is in a DRS train all the way back down from Carl in P6. Harvey's now gapped him by 1.2 seconds. He's looking to catch Max. Nervous DNF'd in the pits. Let's just hope that doesn't. Fastest lap by Kimi with a 1:32 flat, but Marshall is still sticking with him. We've got a move now coming from Max, it looks like, on James. No, he's backed out. Anything further down, Chip thinking better of it. Kieran's now past Curly. Osso's just racing a race on his own so far. Ninja's into the pits. Looks like with damage, is it? Let's see. Curly and Kieran swapping positions. All the three of them here. That's a brilliant onboard angle, that. So obviously these guys, Kieran and Luckman, starting from the back of the grid, 19th and 20th respectively. Got a move there. Woban's past Dave on the inside of the spoon corner, saving battery now as he's about to go through the chicane. Kieran's crashed, is he? He has done. Is that going to be a virtual safety car or a safety car? No, just a yellow flag. He's got damage as well. Might have caught the curb on the left hand side there, which can throw you out, or if you do get your hammer down too quick, that will spin you out. Back up to the front. These two are pulling away now at the front. James is now nearly 4 seconds behind the group in front, which is led by Kimi, with Marshall running very, very closely behind. Marshall looks strong, just sitting there chilling out behind Kimi. Is Harvey going to go for the move? No. Mario thinks better of it as well, but Harvey now coming back into this race, catching the guys in front, putting them under pressure. Chip on Carl, doesn't get it done. Clay also doing a very stellar job so far. Just outside DRS of the two cars in front. Excellent drive from himself so far. Dave nearly 3 seconds back. Started P15, did Dave. Nearly gets done on that curb. Woban and also on that curb was on the hard tyres. He's going to be going deep into this race if we have no safety car. So we're on lap 5 so far of 25. We've had no safety car. We've had 2 DNFs, 1 on track, 1 in the pits. We've had a couple of spinners, but we still have had no safety car yet. We have a yellow flag. Someone's around. It looks like it's Woban. It is. He's got damage. He's going to box for a new front wing. About to be overtaken also by Osso. Get back to here. Harvey looks like he's... Oh, what's going on here? Got 3 abreast going into the last corner. James is still in front, but now Harvey's now made it past Max. Is he going to make a move on James now as well? Pulls that to the outside. Now Max is also looking for it. It's going to be very, very difficult to go around the outside there, both of them, but he gets it done. Just late on the brakes there. Goes over the over the curve of the second corner. Keeps it planted. Fair play. Now Harvey now just motoring away from the guys behind. He is our championship leader so far. Oh, nearly gets a bit squiggly coming out of that corner there. Just keeps it though. Clay's now dropped off another second and a bit back from the guys in front. His softs must be falling off the cliff. Luckman now very close behind Dave. Nearly tags the back of him going into that corner there. Get back up. See if anyone's going to overtake anybody. Chip now looking. Is he going to put a move on Carl? He isn't. Chip's sitting there basically with full tank of ERS. Should get this move done. And he does. Carl's going to have DRS to come back at him, but he's got no ERS to fight back. Harvey's now 1.3 in front of Max. Can he catch the 2 in front? Marshall's now only 2 tenths behind Kimmy. Kimmy looks like he could be struggling a little bit. Marshall's sitting there with a full battery. Kimmy also, but Kimmy might have to be lifting and coasting now as the safety car not already come out. There's no guarantee now that there will be one. But obviously where the tyres are going to wear out, drivers are going to struggle even more, so who knows. Let's stop talking about safety cars now anyway. It's not fair on the guys on track. Oh, Luckman there going over the curb, nearly loses it. Dave now really, really close behind him. Clay falling back another 5 tenths after that half a lap we just got on board with him from. Dave looking punchy. Is he going to go for a move here? Thinks better of it. The closest battle we got so far on track. Getting back on board Marshall, these 2 at the front, because these 2 look like they're going to be side by side for the rest of this race. Marshall turned his ERS off, he's using none at all. He's trying to long out his tyres here to look after them, which is a good decision to do. Can we have a slight lock up there and going into the last corner? These 2 are playing slingshots. Oh, James goes around the outside. Is he going to keep it? Wow, what a move. He should have DRS as well. No, he doesn't. Max does. That was brave. Makes the move on James going into turn 1. Gets it done. Dave is past Luckman. Clay's dropped back another 6-7 tenths, but he's keeping it on, keeping his plan together. It's working so far as best as it possibly can. He's got 8 laps on them softs. That's some effort. Back up to these guys at the front. Marshall's cruising. Luckman for a 3-second time penalty. So him and Osso are the only ones at the moment with penalties. Luckman past Dave. There's the playing city beggars in that corner. Every other lap they're overtaking each other. Now we will see Marshall try and make a move here. He's just sitting behind Kimmy. enjoying the DRS, not having to use any of his battery, looking after his tyres. Kimi's the one that's a bit more under pressure. He's also running very low on his fuel. Has he got any lift and coast in him? I think it's now time for the soft runners to pit. Get on us. Set of mediums will go to the end, but they will struggle towards the end. Obviously the hard's the safer tyre, and he will get a good undercut. Marshall's now made a move for the lead, but Kimi's not giving it up. Good driving by the pair of them. Marshall thinks better of it, not going to fight it. Kimi's now used a bit of battery, so has Marshall. Very evenly on the battery now, a pair of them. James now looking at the back of Mario. Carl's back past Chip. These two just playing Slingshot City with them as well. They're not too far behind James in front, to be fair. They've got that gap down from like 3.5 seconds to now to 1.92 seconds. Ooh, gets on the curve there. It's gonna hurt him, that is. Looks like Dave's now got further enough in front now not to be overtaken going into this corner for this lap. Lupman behind him and Curly not far behind him neither, but they're both within DRS of Dave in front. Got a move there, got James Brown past Max, made the move in this DRS zone. Obviously not going to have DRS in the next zone. Whoa! Snaky, snaky. Expect Max now to go back past. Carl's now caught him by half a second on this lap. James has got some serious speed coming around that last corner. Now Carl's within DRS. Max is pitted. Max is in the pits, so he's boxed after 8 laps on them medium tyres. 9 laps, sorry. Got a couple of other drivers in the pits. Clay's now in the pits after his soft run. Dave also in the pits. We're on lap 10 of 25 here of Jeddah at tier 3 of CDR, round 11. Have a look at position gain so far. So we have Harvey up 1, James up 2, Carl up 3, Chip up 3. The biggest winner so far is Lupman up 13, but he's had a couple of cars in front of him pit. Curly's up 6, Max is down 6, but he's pitted. Clay is up 1, and he's also pitted as well. Also up 7. Pint size up 4. Dave hasn't moved, but he's also pitted. Woban Ninja have lost places. Kieran's up 3. He's also, I think he's had an accident and pitted early doors. He's got another 3-second penalty as I've just talking about him. Curly's at the 17th where she started, and Scotty didn't rejoin the session. So let's see what the guys have put on after their round of pit stops, the ones that have pitted. So we have Mario put on a set of hards. Clay put on a set of mediums, so he is going to take the mediums to the end. A brilliant recovery from Lupman so far. Carl and Chip are now both in the pits. James is staying out. Marshall's pitted as well. Is he going to get the undercut? Is he going to come out in any traffic? There's no one really behind. No. So Marshall could get Kimi here with the undercut. He's got no traffic around him. He's going to have the better grip. It's going to take a couple of corners for them to warm up. Mario comes out in P5. He's 10 seconds off the lead. The net of the battle that will be for the lead. Harvey's still out on the track, 7.5 seconds behind, dropping back a couple of attempts every lap. These guys at the front now are holding out for a possible safety car. Osso still hasn't pitted yet, he's down in 10th, just sitting behind Lupman. Doing a stellar job on the hard tyres, as we do see week after week. So you're seeing I struggle to warm up these hard tyres as soon as you come out, but these drivers seem to be alright. Marshall's going to take the lead here. With that delta that from what I see, that's what, 11, 12, 17 or 18 seconds. That's going to be enough for him to take the lead. Obviously, now Kimi's in the pits. Let's see if Marshall can get this, and if he gets over a second in front, it's going to be very difficult for Kimi to catch him. Marshall's now coming through the last corner. Harvey's now also in the pits. I expect James to follow, and he does. Oh, James gets a 10-second time penalty for the speeding in the pit lane. So now we've got Marshall here coming into turn 1. Is he going to get the move done on Kimi? It's going to be tight. He doesn't. Or does he? Oh, it's going to be close. Careful. Oh, he's taking him out. Oh my God, he's lost his front wing. Oh wow. Marshall's race is ruined. He boxed to try and get the undercut, and now he comes out of the pits and he's been spun around and he's lost his front wing. Oh wow. That's going to hurt him massively. Now Harvey now up to P2, the championship leader. Marshall's going to have to pit, so that's going to drop him all the way back down to possibly Osso territory. Wow. Oh, wow. Leave that down to the people who make decisions in the league. That's not for me to comment on, but it did look... I don't know, was it impatient? Did it have to be done? You know, if you're getting in front there, is that going to really give you any advantage at all? Because you've got the rest of the race where you're both going to be side by side from the start. You know, I don't know. Everyone's different. Now he's off the track. He's going to get a corner cut for that. We're going to have to pit for a front wing. He's going to lose a heck of time. Chip now's moved past James and Carl. He's got them both. I don't know if we're Carl at the moment or not. Now he's got to be careful now. He's got no front wing, guys. Just be careful. Oh, James goes round the outside of Chip. He's got to be careful. He's going to pull in the pits. Get out of the way. Chip, be careful. He has done. Marshall's in the pits now to get his wing changes. Get back up here to the battle. Carl's now back past Chip. No, he isn't. Thinks better of it. James is past Chip. Chip and James. Chip and James. Carl and James. Whatever one you want. It's all going off here. From P4, P5 and P6. Clay's now closed the gap in slightly on the guys in front. And the set of mediums now down to 3.7 seconds, which was 4.9. James looking a bit squirrely there in sector 1 on them high tyres. Max is not too far in front, only 1.5. Can they work together to get him back within range? Harvey's 7.4 off the lead, so he's now the same off Kimi than what he was when he pitted. Now with that accident, that Marshall and coming together that he had with Kimi, he's now moving back down to P13, 14, so to say. He's going to find it hard to get back into the top 10 from there. James has got obviously a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So the two behind him will jump him. Or Chip's got a 3-second time penalty as well. Is that a 3-second or a 10? Now Chip making to look the move on James. Oh! He thinks better of it. Be so careful through there. Let's see of penalties. Chip's got a 3 seconds. So at this moment in time, Carl's looking to take P4. Chip now past James. The only battle we really have on track apart from Woban and Osso. Osso's still yet to pit. Get back down to that. Osso gets overtaken by Woban. Pulls over in front of him. Move already done. Good, nice move there. Down the home straight. So the track now was completely fizzled out. We've got gaps all over the place. Claymore is reeling in the guys in front of him. He's taken another second out of them near enough on that last lap. Down to 3.2 seconds. It was 3.9. Wonder if James is going to try and make a move here in this DRS zone. Is he going to think better of it? They're catching Max in front. No, it's still 1.5. If they can do this smartly, they can catch him. And then it brings in position for a possible podium. Ninja with a 3-second time penalty with another corner cut. Oh, careful, careful. Oh, he goes round the outside. So risky to do that. But they get it done. Mario's got DRS from the... Scottish goes to that car. Now we've got Carl moving up 2 positions. Gets past both of them. What a move. We've got Chip trying to go back up the inside. Don't do that. Oh. Good move there by Carl. Now with Max getting that DRS down that straight and them 3 battling. Max is DNF'd. Max is out of the race. He's crashed. He's hit the wall on the inside in the left-hand corner. This is work now played into Clay's hand beautifully now, because then the mediums are going to get to the end. This is a virtual safety car. We don't have a full safety car as of yet. Clay really needs a full safety car to get to the end and still be comfortable. He's already done 5 laps on them set of mediums. After another 5 there, are going to start dwindling off. So Max is out with a mistake. That left-hander takes the wheel off. Again, just when you thought you've seen it all, this tier surprises you. And it goes to show that nothing is over. Nothing is settled. Nothing's going to be done until the last lap. Harvey's now only 6.1 behind. DRS is now enabled. Carl's going to get that from the back marker in front. I don't know how we haven't had a safety car yet. Kimmy's obviously fuel lights is on. Carl's fuel light is on as also. I still don't know how we haven't had a safety car yet. Chip now looking like to make the move on Carl. Gets it done. It's the only battle we've got on track so far that's worth watching. Harvey's now only 4.1 behind Kimmy. He is motoring. He can't quite... He can see Kimmy just in the distance now as he goes around that left-hander. Has Kimmy got damage from when he had the accident with Marshall? No, he hasn't. Not from what I can see, unless he might have a side pod that might have slight damage. I don't know. But Max is eating... Harvey's eating into that lead. And he's also going to get DRS in this zone as well. So I expect this to be another... Has he got DRS? He might be a bit too far back. See, that's Marshall in front of him. Is it Marshall in front of him? No, it's Curly in front of him. He doesn't get DRS, but he should get it in the next one. Kimmy still does have a yellow fuel light. And from what he did say before the race, he was a lap down, and to make a lap up on that is a lot of lift and coaster. But we'll sit on board with him now to see if he is doing it into turn 1. Personally, lift and coast around here, it makes the car, makes the tyres last longer, makes it feel better. We get back to these guys though, because we've got a battle here going on again. Harvey sets a fast lap of a 1:31.6. That goes to confirm how hard Harvey is pushing. Carl gets a move done on Chip and also gets DRS, which means Chip is going to be susceptible from the overtake from James, which he has done. And James looking down the outside of Carl. Is he going to get that move done? He does get the move done. Harvey now 3.9. Let's see if he is lifting and coasting here. We will find out now when he goes into this corner. Left-hander. No, he's not. He's just accelerate, brake, especially into that one. The ones you can get away to lift and coast, obviously the last corner and the first corner are the major zones where you can do it. As you only got 7 laps remaining as he goes over the lap, when he goes over the lap next time, over the line. Clay's in the pit again for a set of mediums, drops himself down to P15, so obviously that didn't work unless he's had a moment somewhere. Kimmy's now 2 tenths up on his personal best lap so far. Is he going for a fastest lap? He's pulled out half a second out over Harvey. Harvey's running a little bit slower. He's lost nearly 8 tenths on this lap. It's a catch-22 situation for Kimmy now. He has to... Does he lift and coast to the end of the race? Kimmy sets a new fast lap of a 1:31.6. These guys going at it again. This is the battle for the podium we have here. And the only one that doesn't have a penalty so far is Carl. We've got Chip in a 3 second with corner cutting, and we've got James Speed in the pit lane who's got a 10-second penalty. Harvey now dropped back another second from Kimi from the last time we went over the line. Kimi ain't messing around, he's pushing. He's still got the yellow fuel light on, so he was at least a lap, running a lap less of fuel than what he should have been. He's going to run out of fuel. I don't know, let's see. Don't want to talk nothing into it at this moment in time. Lutman now up to 6th. What a race from him so far. Obviously got that time penalty. But starting from the back of the grid, no qualifying. I don't know if he's had any practice or not, but didn't get a lap in. Started at the back, he's up to P6. Taking advantage of the guys that have made mistakes around him. This is the only battle we really have on track at the moment with these 3 cars, with James, Chip and Carl. Clay with a 3-second time penalty. Been unlucky tonight. Excellent in Q1, unlucky in Q2. His race plan was kind of working, he was bringing in the guys in front of him. Now, I don't know whether he's there for a mistake or what, but he's at the pit again. James now doesn't have any DRS, so he's going to be susceptible to Carl as well. Carl was recharged, he's nearly got a full charged battery here. So he's sitting nice and pretty. James goes up the inside of Chip. They're going to be careful here. Carl's going to come out on the outside of James. Can't do it there. Be careful, sit back. Dave's now past Curly, come down the home straight. Marshall's now only 5 seconds behind him, made a decent recovery. He came out in P14, now he's at the P9. So he has made it back into the top 10. Harvey's now halved it from 5 seconds to 4.5, half a second up. Lutman with another 3-second time penalty. It's going to undo all his good work so far. It's going to drop him behind Dave. So we've got a battle here for P3. Chip's on a 3-second time penalty. James on a 10-second time penalty. Carl was just chilling out with the battery, but he's also on a yellow fuel light here. 2 in front of him haven't got a fuel light on. So Carl and Kimi are going to struggle to finish this race. I think Kimi's now starting to lift and coast, but could it be too late? The amount he has to lift and coast, we don't know how much of fuel he obviously put in, but James passed Chip. It's exciting now, we don't know what's going to go on. Harvey's now, Harvey with a 3-second time penalty. So then that's given Kimi now the opportunity to lift and coast as much as he wants. He's got a 7-second buffer now to the guy in second with the time penalty that we do have. We've got 5 laps here left in Saudi in Tier 3. Kimi has been leading from the first lap of the race. Him and Marshall were battling it out when Marshall boxed a lap earlier trying to get the undercut, and going into turn 2 they come together. Marshall come off the worst off, losing his front wing, having to box, and now sitting in 9th. Made a decent recovery, but he's not where he wanted to be. And we got the battle. Harvey's now made a load of positions up from where he started from P5. He was on the grid. He's capitalised and all that, but he's sitting over a 3-second time penalty. But he hasn't got the yellow fuel light on. Kimi still got it on, and also so has Carl. I can't believe we haven't. I'm not going to say it. Carl is lifting coasting as much as he can. Is Kimi. He's still not lifting and coasting. He's throwing it in there and straight back out. Could be a lesson learned for a couple of these drivers. It's a chance you take. I done it myself, and luckily a safety car come out lap 10 or 11, but I can't see it now. I haven't said nothing. These two drivers here, Marshall now catching them. Curly just sitting behind Dave. Kieran boxes in for a set of softs, maybe going for the fastest lap attempt. A gap at the front now, 3 seconds. Effectively 6 with the time penalties. Anything is now, we can't have Kimi getting a 3-second time penalty with the amount he has to lift and coast for his last 4 laps. We've got 4 laps left here. And who knows which way it's going to go. We've got a battle for the podium going on. We've got a battle for P7 going on as well. And that's pretty much it. Sorry for the guys who haven't got any airtime, but that's the way the race has panned out so far. Still not lifting and coasting is Kimi. So he's going to wonder when his fuel tank's going to run out. Kieran completely cutting that corner there as we see him in front of Kimi. Now has he hit the wall? He has hit the wall, he's got no end plate. .5 seconds is the gap. These three have just been sitting there the whole race together, battling. Great clean battle we've had the race, the whole race with these 3 drivers here. Keeping it nice and sensible, nothing silly. Got a brilliant shot here. Now James is going for the move, now going into the last corner, but as we've seen with these 2 drivers, they take completely compelling different lines. They don't this time. But James is through, up to P3 with 3 laps to go. That gap at the front is still 3.5 seconds. He's still got his fuel light on, as Carl. And so is Kimi. That's just how much fuel they got. That's less. If it's 0.1 or to 0.2, Kimi should be alright. But anything more than that, you start to wonder. You start to sit there and think, am I going to lose this race or am I going to win it? Like I say, if it's 0.5 and he's half a lap down, everyone up until, say, maybe Luckman could overtake him. He's going to lose so much time having no fuel. Depends how much less fuel he's actually got though. And it's the same for last week's race winner Carl, who's also running low on fuel. He's had the fuel light on since lap 1. Kimi's about to go around the last corner, coming over the line to start the penultimate lap. Sets a fastest lap of 1:31.3. Well, there you go. There's your answer. He ain't saving any juice. He's thinking, oh well. Hold on a minute. It's now flashing red. That means it's going to run out of this lap. Oh wow. Is Carl the same? No, Carl's still on yellow. He's in big trouble. He is in big trouble. That red light's flashing. That's what I'm saying. Could he be? That means now, obviously, if there's a red light flashes now, he's going to run out going over the line, I think, going into the last lap. He's still on yellow, so he's looking good to still take P3, but he's now 5 seconds in front, Kimi. But that's going to be made up in not even one straight, in one sector. a minute. What's going on back here? Well, these Marshall now looking up. Dave is going to keep it. Let's get back up to the front. We can't take our eyes off this. Oh, we've got a yellow flag at the last corner. Is that someone else run out of juice? No. Kimmy's run out of petrol now on the last corner with a lap to go. Wow. His fuel is gone. He's in the pits. He's about to retire from the race. Oh, wow. So that puts now Harvey into P1. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, my God. I shouldn't laugh, but it's not funny. But wow. So now we got Carl. Yeah, I agree. He should have been lifting the whole time. Now we've got Carl with a red fuel light now. Let's see where he drops it. Kieran sets a fast lap of a 1:30.8. I wonder how he's going to do now. Has he got any juice to get him round to the end? He's obviously not going to get P3 now, I don't think. So we got the championship leader Harvey who's going to win this race. We got people. What's going on? The grid is changing all over the place here. We got Curly's now past Marshall. Dave is up to 5th. He's 3 seconds in front of the drivers behind. I don't know what happened between them two. Moves Clay up to 11th with Kimmy and Luckman's retirement. Carl's still going. Can he stick within that gap within front? Oh, James has lost it. Oh, wow. So it looks like Chip could take P2. I think Chip is going to get P2 depending on where Carl's fuel is going to run out. Is he going to have enough to get him over to the line? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like Chip's going to get P2. No, he doesn't. Carl gets P2. He keeps the fuel. Wow. Chip in P3. James P4. How has he done that? We can see Carl was lifting and coasting from a few laps ago. So James up to P4. Dave amazing into P5. Now Curly's about to come over the line in P6. Marshall fights back for P7. Curly touches over the line in P15, but she will get I think 13 because of the guys in front retiring. Woban in P8, Ninja P9. Now Clay's about to come over the line. Is he going to finish P10 with his penalties, I wonder? He does finish P10 with Pint Size in 11th. And then Osso to come over the line in 12th position. Oh my God. Oh my God. So he didn't lift and coast, Kimmy. He was leading the race from the first lap. I don't even think he spent a lap behind Marshall. He didn't lift and coast. We thought if there's any track you're going to see a safety car, it is Jeddah, and we didn't get it. So the guys that did under fuel and have looked after their fuel, fair play to you. Carl's the biggest winner out of that by finishing P2, following up his excellent result from last week, finishing P1. Kimmy though must be sick right now. Harvey takes the win. Excellent from himself, just kept it there, done what he had to do, put the pressure on. Half the gap from 7.5 seconds to 3, then got a 3-second time penalty. Carl in P2 with an excellent drive, managing to get over the line with Chip, who thought he had P2, finishing P3. We had one virtual safety car in the whole of this race. I can't believe it. It was top driving from the guys on what I saw. I didn't see anything apart from maybe Kimmy and Marshall when they came together, but that's not for me to call. So there we have it. Harvey taking the win, Carl in 2nd, Chip in 3rd, with James in 4th, Dave 5th, Curly 6th, Marshall 7th. Hold on, need to get this. Woban 8th, Ninja 9th, Clay 10th, Piteside 11th, Osso 12th, and then I think we have Curly in 13th, and then the rest of them DNF'd. Wow. Wow. Oh, Kimmy must be seething right now. Must be seething. Let's invite the guys over for their interviews. Chip. Wow. I'll leave it to the end, but fuck me, wow. Wow. Oh, mate. That was... I can't believe... Yeah, of course. You had... we wait till the other two get here, but... Wait there a minute. Let me just sort this out. Wow. I'll wait until Harvey gets here, and then we will... here he is. Right. The three of you are here nice and early, so it's good to see. But first of all, we'll go to you, Chip. Finishing P3. I don't know if you was aware that Carl had his fuel light on the whole race. And yeah, but a fantastic drive from yourself from where you started. He fell out of DRS, and then James nearly lost it. As we see, like you was lifted and coasting from about lap 20, lap 19. He was doing it. He was doing it in the first corner, quite a lot, which is only really 2 corners you can really do it around here. Yeah, but to be fair, Chip, that was a fantastic drive from yourself, mate. Well done. That was brilliant. Well done. And then up to the runners-up. Are you happy here again, boy? Well, we'll get onto Harvey in a minute, and we'll talk about safety cars. But no, we'll get to it in a minute. But what a drive! You three, you, James, and Chip was the battle of the race, because it was the only battle that was on track, especially after the pit stops. It was excellent to watch. The three of you, it was, yeah. 1 minute Chip's going for it, the next minute you're going for it, next minute James is going for it, and Chip and James, how they got through that last corner, lap after lap. it was like side by side. I was thinking, how's one of them gone that fast round there, and the other one still got the. It was brilliant to watch. And then for you as well, how much fuel did you underfuel for that? And you managed to save it. Mm. Ah, because we couldn't see because we had Kimmy that was running was running low on fuel. And then yeah, but now we're getting on to Harvey. Well done, Carl. Well done, Chip. But now on to you, Harvey. Fantastic result. You started putting the pressure on. Then you got that 3-second time penalty. And we was trying to keep an eye on well, pretty much every time there was a braking zone big enough for Kimmy to try and save fuel, he never did. Yeah, he ran out of fuel. Yeah, as he come around the last corner for, I think it was on lap 23. He's no. He went red. So as soon as you go red, you got a lap left. So then I was thinking, oh, he can't fuel save now. And then he ran out of fuel going around the last corner. Yeah, I've just realised as well, you boys haven't got the sharing on your party, I think, for this. So no one can hear, but never mind. I don't know. Let's have a look. Hold on a minute. It might be me. Oh, 100%. Yeah, of course. um, to be fair, he tried to get the undercut. He got, and as Kimmy came out of the pits, they collided, and it sent Marshall into the wall, lost his front wing. Pretty much. It was 68 points, I think it was, going into that one. And there's 3 races left. Is there a sprint in that? I think there is, isn't there? So we will wait for conf. we will obviously wait until yeah, we'll wait until confirmation if you have won a title or not. But boys, tonight that had everything again, apart from what we thought we would have. Safety car. Don't knock it. I wish my two was like that. But like I say, well done, boys. Thank you for giving the entertainment again tonight. Excellent drives from all 3 of you, and we'll see you again next week. Well done, boys. And that's the end from me. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it here tonight. It's been one of them races where when you think you've seen it all, you haven't. Every week seems to become better and better in this tier, and the championship leader Harvey takes the win. Carl finishes second, and Chip finishes third with a fantastic drive. I've been JJ, this has been tier 3. Massive good advert for CDR, and I'll see you the same time next week if I'm about and if I'm needed. Stay safe, have a good week, and I'll see you later.